Hello, welcome dear viewers. Once again, we are going to be trying the pre-release Tavern Brawl using some of the newest cards. And I happen to open a new quest for the warlock that requires us to play 6 temporary cards. Temporary cards are those that if you don't play it right away, they are going to be discarded at the end of the turn, so we are forced to play them or lose them. So in order to be able to complete this quest, we have to bend our deck a little bit. And what is the reward? It's the Underfell Rift. It's a thing that appears in the board. You select to activate and throw a card in to summon 2 random fell beasts. So the thing is, we have to complete the quest, play this 5 costs thing, and then throw in some cards to get these pretty decent beasts: the Fell Screamer, Rash, and Lifesteal, Fell Raptor, Charge, and Elusive, and the Fell Horn, Taunt, and Reborn, kind of like the companions from the Hunter class. Okay, and the issue, my main issue, is that there are not that many temporary cards available in this Tavern Brawl. So we do have the Solarium, draw 3 cards. They are temporary, so if you don't play them right away, you lose them. We have this, let me see, this location gives us 2 times a 1 cost temporary minion, randomly selected. Sketch Artist draws a shadow spells, and we get a temporary copy of it. And so we need in order for this to work, we need to have some shadow spell left in the deck. Tunnel Terror, with the Death Rattle, we get 2 random temporary 2 cost minions. This fits nicely with the mana cost. If we can play this on turn 3 and it dies, then we are going to be able to play our 2 minions right away, provided they are good enough minions, of course. And then we have the this guy, the Snow Flurry. Is one of the best ones, but also the slowest because it costs 3 mana to play. We get 2 random temporary frost spells, and there are many costly frost spells, so the majority of time you're not going to be able to play both frost spells, and some of the spells require a target, also something to be taken account. The good news is that we also get 1 cost version of the same effect, but this requires for us to have enough hand space to hold the 1/1 copy and the 2 frost spells. Sometimes the hand space may be an issue. So all in all, the support for us completing the quest in the brawl is not too great. We are going to try anyways, but we have a secondary plan which revolves about dark gifts to have an impactful Wall of the Wretch, and which prompts me to maybe add a little bit of ooze to the deck. And also there's a legendary minion that is released in this deck, in this expansion, the upcoming, but I do not have him, but we can discover this guy is a demon and a beast, so we may get this guy from other effects. And this guy discards a random card from your hand, but if you have played a demon or a beast the turn before, you discard from the opponent's hand. Pretty impactful. Let me think, do I need... I think I want to run the ooze, but what do I take away? We are trying to do too many things in this deck. Anyways, let's attempt to run one of the oozes. Dissolving ooze. We may throw the ooze into the portal, or maybe play it. Getting the portal is our main goal for this deck, but it's so difficult to get it there. Well, we'll see. Against the warrior, very likely the opponent also has a quest, and I'm going to keep the Spelunker. The quest always is going to appear in the opening mulligan hand. I'm thinking on leaving out the demon status because it's one of our shadow spells for later. We also have the Treant. The Treant is very interesting card from the latest expansion that gives both players access to an extra mana crystal. The opponent playing with, I expect to be a lot of dragons, so he's going to want to pop off the Treant. The thing is, if we play the Treant and the opponent destroys it, we get access to the mana crystal first. The opponent has indeed the quest, the Enter the Lost City, has to survive 10 turns, and he gets a thing that gives the opponent some things. The things being the Angoro quest rewards, which since the opponent gets all of them, in total 9 I believe, that's very, very powerful. So we have found our Tunnel Terror on turn 3. Ideally, we want to have this destroyed by the opponent or something, and play our temporary cards, and hopefully they are good to cost minions. Not all of them are good, but we will see. We may be playing the Spelunker, but we don't really need to. It depends on what the minions are. Let's see if the opponent trades into the Treant. That gives us an additional mana for both of us, but I start with an extra one. The opponent coins and place the Cloud Serpent with well, we're going to use this because we have 2 extra mana left after. Let's see, what do we find? This guy with charge. We can get 2 Meadow Striders. I don't know. In terms of quality of cards, maybe we want the Platisor. And we could play this. Because we're trying to complete the quest, one of the options for the discovery were not that great, but I was trying to find my lovely 4 mana 7/7 guy. Didn't happen, but still. So we now have 2 temporary guys. The Living Flame draws a fire spell. We don't have none. The Raptor something. Let's play this. This guy can gain attack, divine shield, or plants. Let's get some plants, because if this dies, this explodes with 3 damage to everything. Let's we are not killing it yet, and we are going to discover, all right, a charged Nosdermu. That's pretty sweet. Ysera, the opponent has played Ysera, so this will give us a lot of mana, but takes turn 9. And King Mokla, cool, Divine Shield and Wind Fury. I think I'm going with Ysera because of the mana ramping, and go face here. If the opponent manages to destroy his own Devastator, we lose our board, but we are left with the plants. And let's see, Bulwark of Azinot, that's a nice one. Plotisor, a new card, we draw a card, but if this guy dies, we have to discard the card. So let's play it and see if we can play Demonic Studies, alright. We're getting a new Treacherous Tormentor and try to find a new... what? Alright. Another Nosdormu? Why are you here? Okay, we can play the Chill Maul it has stunned and kills some of the oppositions and makes our wallow a bit smaller as well. I think I'm fine tapping for a new card. Alright, let's play this. Not activating it because I have to play the 1-cost minion, otherwise I lose it. And we're getting closer to completing the quest, still 4 cards more. And the opponent has to survive 5 more turns to get the Latorbius. Alright, that was bound to happen. We are left with our plants. Should have one more, I suppose, but still fine. Well, do we want to play the 1-cost minion that we discover? Well, who knows? No, my guys, melee small fry. Why, opponent? Alright, save this guy for later. I suppose the Dreambound Raptor is the best option. And play the Chilmo and then the Spelunker. What? It seems for a brief moment this seemed to be able to attack, but I suppose it was not possible. Right? We lost our board and the opponent got Lysandre. This is a copy of Lysandre. Oh no. Alright. This gives me 6 mana. Nice. 3 more temporary cards remaining, so next turn we may be able to both complete the quest and play the portal and maybe throw in some cards. And we also have the Sweetened Snow Flurry. Nice. So looking good as long as the opponent does not right away kill me. Sarah trying to catch up. I already got to 15, the opponent gets to 12. Okay, let's start with the location. Dreambound Raptor again. We could try this Snow Flurry, but probably better to attempt this before. Okay, at the end of turn, reduce the cost of a random beast. We have none yet. This guy got the Divine Shield, cool. Let's play the Rift. And now try to activate with one of the... the problem here is that I don't have enough board space. But I think it's still worth to throw in some of the frozen cards over here. Frost Bolt. Do I try? I think I'm going to throw the Ice Trap in here and get 1 beast. I should have gotten 2, but I didn't have room. But anyways, not terrible. Well, we did complete the quest, and the opponent also about to complete his. He has to survive 1 more turn. Oh no, he's going to have so many Lysandres, and the dragons for the opponent are going to be absolutely good. Oh no. No, my Lysera died. Well, let's hope this Underfell Rift saves us somehow. Well, this goes back to the deck. That's kind of good for us. But the opponent is destroying me. Alright. Let's begin with the Avant Gardening. This... I could have this with charge. If this had taunt, that would be great. I can draw 2 cards with this. I think I'm going with the Sage and discover again. Now we're talking. This is the one. It is active, so let's go with this. The opponent discarded something irrelevant, but still fun to try. And draw 3 cards. One of them is going to the bin. Okay, let's throw in the warlock. Trade you 2. Go here. You play this taunt. All right, we lost 1 card because it was temporary, but anyways, we didn't have enough space in the board. So anyways, what are you doing here? Elusive and nothing else. A pity we don't have charge or wind fury or something. Come on, don't be mad with... No! Stop it! Don't kill my taunt. No! That's the only thing protecting me. You're not fair. No, what? The opponent fire act is so strong. No. Are you not going to complete your quest? Wait. No, opponent. Your quest! Don't forget to complete it. No! Stop it. The corrupted drake. Massive. Alright. Not much we can do here. Let's try to get something useful. Oh no, this is terrible. Play you. Discover some demon, please. The demon that saves me, maybe the Tormentor. It gives me, well, we have our own fire rack, not that we can play it. Siamat. I could play the guy, but probably not going to help. So, but in terms of Dark Gift, it helps this buddy. Let's see if we can discover something else. Nightmare Sabius. Okay. Give me charge. Something with charge. But come on. You. Trade here. Still, we didn't have space for putting something in the rift. I mean, that's one of the issues with this deck. But still, interesting match. The taunts helped the opponent. The Isandre, we had to face just two of them, but there were more coming. Pretty sweet. The opponent completed the quest also. We saw 2 quests completed that game. Let's try again. So as you see, this deck has too many things going on for it, so that makes it weaker. But I don't think if I don't have the quest, what am I doing in this brawl? And I don't have enough cards to support the quest. So that's it in a nutshell. But we are going to try again. Also, I realize that I have to be much more mindful about the board space with this quest, because yeah, the rewards is pretty sweet, but having to play minions and then the beasts is not optimal. If we turn one card into just one fell beast, it doesn't feel great. So I expect the opponent to play Imbue. So it's a race against the imbue mage. We may see something aside from that. So this Daydreaming Pixie gives me random spells at the end of turn. It's here mostly to have throwing away cards for the rewards, provided we somehow complete it. Let's pick up the Plated Beetle, I like. The Stranglebine, also fine. But I think this guy gives me armor and has also life steal, which also buff the Wallow. Ouch! My poor guy. So if I play the Artist, there are two possible temporary cards to find. One of them is nice and the other is not. So I think before doing that, I'm going to play the Tormentor. Okay, we have another Wallow. But also Nomelia looks pretty sweet. But I think two Wallows beats one Nomelia. Provided we get to play them, of course. That's not a given. Well, what am I going to do? It's risky to throw the Sketch Artist. If we find the Solarium, do I play Solarium or do I wait? My mana reserves are not great here. I hope the opponent decides to take it easy against my face. Stay put, opponent. All right. Maybe with this guy, with the aid of this guy, maybe we can survive. All right, let's see. I'm going to play the Beetle, and I have to knock down something before I die. Okay, now we have stack discount of 2, which means maybe I go ahead with the Snow Flurry. Oh no, stop it, opponent, I'm trying to win here. What are you doing to me? Okay, thanks. I suppose I could try with the others too. Okay, let's try the Snow Flurry. Come on. 2 random frost spells. One of them is going to cost less. Ice Barrier, excellent. Now Horn of the Winter. And what's next? We don't know. I could risk it. How many I need? Let's try again. Hopefully we get to play something. Well, one of them we can play. Okay, of course we are kind of helping the opponent if he attacks with the 4 cost. No! The opponent was very smart, testing for the freezing trap, and that benefits the opponent. He gets to imbue the hero power once again. Right, we knew it, but we had to complete the quests. Now that's another of the downsides of such a quest. Alright, give me the spell. Come on, you want to give it to me. This Kuonsu discovers a spell and choose to keep it or put it on top of your opponent's deck. I don't think... I will be surprised if anybody ever has not kept the spell. It will be very weird to learn about that. Okay, let's draw a shadow spell. Now, if it happens to be the Solarium, we're not that worried because we do have some mana left to use. We need to play 2 of these cards. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead with the Tunnel Terror. It's sad to let this 2 go, but we want to be able to have our Rift. We have the Ice Barrier. Ice Barrier! It's a pretty handy secret. So we gave away 2 extra dark gift for our 2 wallows, but we did want the Tunnel Terror instead. I hope I do not regret doing so. So now the opponent knows this is an ice, a frost secret, so there are not that many to decide what it is. So probably he has already figured out what's happening. 7 cost Wisp Rider. Yeah, we did it. We did that to ourselves. All right, this goes into the trash bin, and we're going to get our final temporary card. Open the rift. Throw in the 1 card that we are going to lose anyways. We got a charge guy. Let's trade and drop this. I'm not sure if I want this out, but at the very least we get 1 card to throw into the rift. More imbued, and the opponent gets to play this again, so already at 4. Good thing our beetle is going to help us stay in the game. Oh, I may decide to throw in the flipper friends into the bin, but it's not terrible. We may throw a random murloc in. Let's see what do we get out of the guy. Okay, what are we thinking? Let's get this guy. I'm going to throw the Treant in here. I don't need the mana at this point in the game. Life is still excellent. Go you. I'm going to put down a taunt. Another taunt. And random murloc. Right, and tap at the end of the turn, yes. The right play is to draw 5 at the end of the turn. But to be fair, we didn't know what were we discovering from the location and what murloc we were getting out of this body. When this Sizzling Cinder dies, deals 2 damage, randomly split among all enemies, so it can take care of a couple of wisps. Well, this guy gives me 2 things that we can use in our portal. Okay, already at 5. Malorn is bound to happen at some point. So let's see if we can find some charge dark gifts. Well, this has charge already. We're going to get this because we get another dark gift. Let's trade here. Okay, let's throw in this murloc that probably is not worth to have in the board. We do get another rush guy. Let's see, what do we get out of you? Bob. I kind of like Bob. Still Umbra interesting too. But I think Bob is the way to play here. And charge. Siamat with charge is pretty sweet. Come on, Wind Fury now. No, let's get the amalgam going and well, we have amalgam and then 2 wallows. We can draw all of them with a single solarium, but maybe not. There's no need. Siamat with charge. It's 14 damage to the face already. And we have the location that we probably we're going to throw in the guy into the rift. The opponent might find Aethina deals randomly 20 damage, randomly split. That will be, I think, the best for the opponent at this stage in the game. We have the Bob too. Okay, he's looking for Aethina. I see it. Okay, interesting. So we know what the opponent is trying to do. Let's open this. Let's throw. I can draw with this guy. I can draw one of the wallows. I think it's doable. And this guy has charge. I think I'm going to throw away the solarium. I could throw out the amalgam, but I think the amalgam is better to have in play. On play. Okay, more charge. Okay, next turn we do have a new wallow. We also have Siamat for the 14 damage, and yes, indeed the opponent found one cost Aethina. He might have another one, and he has another Malorn. What is the opponent going to do? No Malorn, no Aethina number 2. The hero power deals 5 random damage across. Yeah, good idea, but not good enough. Yeah, the end did come for the point. All right. Well, we had so much damage in store. Let's keep going. See if we can get. To be fair, my best. I think I didn't had a run with more than 2 wins. So let's see if I can get to my 3rd win with this strange deck. Against the priest, I think we are going to be able to complete the quest, but I also think it's not going to matter much against a priest. Let's see what happens. The priest can imbue the hero power, which gives them way too much advantage, so much value. And also, if the priest is running the quest, they get to summon humongous minions that can tear apart our defenses. Okay. Okay, we have a kind of nice start because with the cards in hand, we can, in theory, complete our quest pretty easily. Of course, it's going to cost us a lot of mana. The good news is that we know for sure that the sketch artist is not going to draw this solarium. So, what to do here? I think I go with the snow flurry already. I'm not going to be able to, unless there's a refresh spell. Okay, we miss 2 spells, but we do have the other things to grab the temporary cards. So next turn, Sketch Artist gives me 2 demonic status. And also we grab this as well. All right. Let's think that this could eventually be useful. If not, we can throw it into the rift. If we don't want to play the Forge Fiend. So oh no, the Archaeos. So when a friendly minion attacks, it gets the same health as this guy. So what to do here? I think I go for the... Before we draw the other card, just so we don't risk it. Maybe this guy. We can play this right away. Discover a new one first, just in case. I suppose the Dreadlord. I don't know. I was thinking about keeping something else. Okay, so we need to play 4 more temporary cards. Not hard to do with these first things around. Oh, opponent wants to draw a lot of cards. Okay. And then this also draws? No, it gets things. Okay. Kind of need space in my hand now. That's an issue. Let's play the Sizzling Cinder. What else do I do here? I could risk trying the Snow Flurry. It doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to do anything. I go with the Tormentor. Well, we do have the Cornelius Rome too. Let's pick Charge. Now let's see if the opponent has a means to heal back Archaeos. I don't know if it's going to be able to do so. It will be fun to see. Okay, this guy probably going to mess up the opponent's plans. But we are getting wrecked here, so we need to find a way to survive. Because all our plans are going to mean nothing if we can't. So what to do? I think I have to play this somehow, but my hand space is terrible. Have to release space. Let's play this and this. Okay, Blizzard, no, good enough. A taunt, just in case. We're going to be burning something now because we'll discard the Blizzard. Now we may die to the whatever appears from this spell. We get the innervate, which is nice. No, we are dead on board. Oh no! Ah, my hand was too cramped. If I had played the Moarg Fire... Oh, okay. My current record with this deck is 1 win, 2 defeats. Can we get a second victory? Can we complete the quest again? Our next opponent is going to be... Oh, by the way, at the start of this brawl, the presence of paladins was way over the board, but thankfully there was a ban that made they stopped the best cards from the paladin deck from they're no longer allowed in the brawl, which means we get to see much more variety in decks, which was the main purpose. The main goal of the brawl is to allow players to test the new cards. Instead, it had turned into players just playing the same paladin deck over and over and over. We didn't use any of the new cards, so it was pretty boring and pretty pointless. Having the coin is a big deal for our deck, because the coin is going to allow us to speed up the quest, which it's better than going first, I suppose. All right, already our first temporary card. This is bound to die immediately, so let's play something that if this is going to die the same, but at least we get to draw 1 card out of the Dryad. 4/4. Scary. Let's play the Tunnel Terror. I was about to play this Herald, but I think completing the quest takes priority here. With the coin, we get to play 3 cards. The Cinder. And Dinosaur, nice. We reduce the cost of the Herald. And the Husker. Already 4 temporary cards have been played. We may risk it and try to get 2 more with the Snow Flurry. Unlikely, but possible. If I wait on the Snow Flurry, well, looking at the opponent's boards, I think I have to go for it, otherwise I'm not going to have time. Let's start by trading the Huckster and see what happens. Give a minion, +3/+3. Well, I could take down the largest threat. If I do so, I can trade 2 things. No, just 1. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go for the Snow Flurry play and hope to find something that helps. None of this helps. Well, almost dead. If the opponent finds 2 more damage, it's over and my dreams are ended on the track. No, that's more than 2 damage. Okay, goodbye. This was my attempt at the quest. And well, yeah, I knew this wasn't a good enough deck, but it's still fun to use. Let's see what our rewards, and see if we can find something useful. There are not enough support cards in the brawl for this quest. Maybe I'm wrong, but the quest itself, it's interesting. The reward itself, it's cool. I don't know, it's cool but kind of boring. All right, Ravenous Devil Sword. We have seen this guy appear in some of my previous Tavern Brawl videos. So I hope you enjoyed this gameplay and see you soon. Until then, sayonara.